Again, get on your feet, put your hands together, we're going to 5 minutes now for the seniors. Keep the number 1, big fun! 5'6" freshman number 10, Timber Turner. 5'4" freshman number 30, Sydney Staff. 5'4" freshman number 51, 11, Amy Davis. And 5'9" freshman number 54, Midnight Person. Both please remember, this is not just supporting them, but educational opportunities for police officers, practice, and teach build sport culture. On the line is
Tonight we'll be recognizing our senior athletes in cheerleading and girls basketball. Our first senior is cheerleader Abigail Arnold. Abby is the daughter of Sherry and Daryl Kay. Abby has been a cheerleader all 4 years, a member of Pet Club for 4 years, Key Club 2 years, Skills USA 1 year, and FCCLA 2 years. Abby doesn't have a favorite memory while cheering, but says she will always remember how much of a blessing it has been to cheer with such a great group of girls for 4 years. Through cheerleading, Abby has learned that you can never accomplish anything with a negative attitude and a low amount of effort. Give it 110% all the time. Her future plans are to attend the Paul Mitchell School in Springfield this fall and eventually open up her own salon. She wants to get married and start a family. Ladies and gentlemen, Abigail Arnold. Our next senior is Hannah Ponder. Hannah's parents are Amy and Kevin Lawrence and Greg Ponder. Throughout her high school career, Hannah has been involved in cheerleading, softball, beta, FCCLA, Key Club, Pep Club, Student Council, and is currently treasurer and DHS student body president. Hannah's favorite memory while cheering is when Abby got into a tumble-off with another girl during the OFC games and beat her twice. While cheering, Hannah said that she has learned that no matter what happens, and even if you mess up, just keep going and act like it never happened, because chances are no one realized you did. Hannah's future plans are to attend ASU to become a pediatric nurse practitioner. Ladies and gentlemen, Hannah Ponder. Abby Slayton is our final cheer senior. Abby is the daughter of Stephen and Sharon Slayton. Abby has been involved in cheerleading, volleyball, Beta Club, FCA, Key Club, Drama Club. She's vice president of Pep Club, and she's been a class officer, student council, and a DHS ambassador. Abby says her favorite memory was when a Malden cheerleader tried to outdo me in tumbling at our home gym, so I did a full and the crowd went wild. Lessons learned while cheering. Making up numerous routines, cheers, and dances has taught me creativity and how to compromise. She said her future plans are to attend Missouri State University next fall to obtain a master's degree in elementary education, then settle down and raise a loving family like the one I grew up in. Ladies and gentlemen, Abby Slayton. Our first senior basketball player is Kaylee Davis. Kaylee is the daughter of Doug and Pam Davis. Throughout her high school career, Kaylee has played 4 years of softball, 4 years of basketball, been in Beta Club 4 years, and FCA 4 years. She's also been involved in Pep Club, Key Club, and Student Council. Kaylee's favorite memory is over the summer when Coach X got a technical at Rib City, and his daughter Haley said, "I don't know why they're giving my dad a technical for that. He's done worse." But mostly every memory on and off the floor with my girls. She has learned to always bring the juice no matter what you're going through. Be there for your teammates, even if you don't play every second. You have a role on the team, so fill it. Kaylee said her future plans are to attend Shawnee Community College to play softball and start my physical therapy degree, then transfer to Arkansas State University to finish my degree. After that, I will return home, settle down, and start a family. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylee Davis. Alexis Day is our next senior. Lexi is the daughter of Matthew Day and Tanya Jarvis. Lexi has played basketball 4 years, softball 4 years, been involved in FBLA for 2 years, FCCLA 2 years, and Beta Club 4 years. Lexi's favorite memory is ironic, really, going to state my freshman year with Naylor, then 2 years later beating them by 3 points. That was sweet. Lessons learned while playing basketball are that no matter what, on or off the court, you always have a family because of your team. Her future plans are to graduate, attend St. Louis College of Pharmacy and play softball, become a successful pharmacist, and start a life and a family. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Day. senior is Alexis Mandry. Alexis is the daughter of Tim and Jennifer Mandry. Alexis has played basketball all 4 years, golf 3 years, and has been an active member of Key Club 4 years, FCA 4 years, Beta Club 4 years, and Pep Club for 3 years. When asked her favorite memory, Alexis said, "Every day I spent with the team the past 4 years has brought me a good memory. But my favorite would be going to the OSC Championship for the first time while I was in high school." Alexis said, "Basketball has taught me how to deal with success and failure, and you learn through those wins and losses that most important people are on the courts with you or on the bench behind you." Alexis's future plans are to graduate high school, then further her education at Arkansas State University to become a physical therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Mandry. Our final senior at the end of the evening is Kimberly Mashing. Kimberly is being escorted by her grandparents, David and Sandy Mashing, and her parents, David Mashing and Barbie Mashing, as well as Cody Mashing, her sister. Tim has played basketball for 4 years, softball 4 years, involved in FCCLA 2 years, and FCA 3 years. Kimberly loves jamming out on the bus rides to and from games. She's learned that your basketball team is truly your family. Her future plans are to see where the wind takes me. Ladies and gentlemen, Kimberly Mashing. I believe Coach Epps has a few words for you.
I think basketball girls had something they want to give you guys real quick. So let's do it. I was just going to say something real quick. I'm an emotional person, so I don't want to talk very long. I'm going to start crying and crap. So, when I first got here talking to these seniors, the big goal that they had this year is they want to change the culture of Donette basketball. And I can't think of a better group to start that with them with these guys. You know, so I love you guys. Now let's play basketball. Let's play.
Think it'll be good? I think I've got it about where I normally do. I'll try and work the rest of it. Okay.
Donettes, number 00, Doniphan Jr. Just a minute,
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium in Doniphan, Missouri for the final home game of the season for Doniphan basketball. It's the last home game for the Donettes. We have had senior night here, and the senior cheerleaders and basketball players have been recognized. And those seniors for the basketball team are Timberly Mashing, Lexi Day, Alexis Mandry, and I'm missing one here. Oh, Kaylee Davis. Those girls playing their final home game here at Doniphan. We will be set for district tournament action on Saturday, and that right now is weather permitting. They're calling for some little bit of bad weather out towards Springfield, and that's where we're headed on Saturday. But tonight the Donettes are going to be playing the Malden Lady Green Wave here in the last home game of the season. Donettes coming off a 30-point win on Tuesday night down at Portageville. And by the way, the boys are playing tonight as well over at Ellington, and that is their final regular season game as well. We'll talk a little bit about the district tournament and the seedings and the brackets for that at halftime. We had two-quarter JV game tonight. Donettes won that, and they continued to roll 39-8 over the Malden JV. Malden comes into this game tonight with a record of 5-14. The Donettes looking for their 19th win of the season. If they can get it here tonight, first game of the district, they'll be going for win number 20. And folks, I should have done some checking, but it has been a while, I think, since the Donettes have won 20 ball games. I've been doing the games ever since Ed Rick has passed away, and this is my 11th or 12th season, and I don't remember them winning 20 games any of those years. Now, I could be wrong, but I know it's been a while, and it would be a good well, it'd be a great feat for coach, first-year coach Adam Epps here. And get these girls to win 20 games, and he has got a lot of talent coming up. He's going to lose those 4 seniors, but he's got a lot coming up off the JV and junior high as well, from what I hear. So I think the Donettes program is on the rise. They will dearly miss those 4 seniors, but it happens every year, folks. You lose some, and then you got to have some to replace them. And it always seems to happen. Somebody steps up and gets the job done. But the Donettes going for win number 19, or 18-7 on the season. We are a couple of minutes away from the starting lineups and probably the national anthem as well. I'm going to keep it here. I don't know if the camera is showing you here on YouTube tonight down on the Donettes bench. But a bunch of the parents, and I even see like Jake Eddington, they have got faces of all the Donettes players, and they're sitting on the Donettes bench with a cup glued to the back of the pictures of their faces, and they're holding the cup in their mouth. I don't know where they came up with this idea, but we're getting lined up for the national anthem. So while we do that, we'll take a 90-second break, and we'll be back.
Born to be wild? Well, don't let higher fuel prices put a damper on your fun. Get to Countryside Chevrolet in Doniphan today for a more fuel-efficient vehicle and let your wild side ride. Countryside has new vehicles that get more than 30 miles per gallon. Find out about flex fuel technology and check their great lineup of program and late model pre-owned vehicles. Ripley County's largest Chevrolet dealer is Countryside Chevrolet in the Hillcrest Plaza, Doniphan. Chevrolet, an American revolution.
Hometown Pharmacy on LaRue Street in Doniphan, your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists are now providing vaccinations for flu, pneumonia, and shingles in the pharmacy. Flu shots are covered by Medicare with no co-payment and no appointment is necessary. Hometown Pharmacy now offers a wide variety of vitamins and supplements from Now Foods that help support and promote optimal health through good nutrition. Refills can be requested online or by using our mobile app. We now offer delivery of your prescription if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy. Come by or give us a call and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Hometown Pharmacy, proudly supporting the Dons and Donettes this season. Come experience the difference a Hometown Pharmacy makes.
The phone booth is your one stop for all your cell phone needs. The phone booth now offers Total Wireless, where you can get unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigs of data for only $35 a month. Need to add more phones to your account? Not a problem. Family plans are also available. You can manage your account in person or online at tpbooth.com. Come see the phone booth next to Subway in Doniphan for all your cell phone needs.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to have a little different introductions here tonight. They're going to introduce all the Donettes players, and their parents or whoever is holding their face is going to come out. But we'll get to the starting lineups here in a minute. But I just got to tell you, folks, this, if you're watching here and he asked everybody to stand and remove their hats from the national anthem, and he left his hat on after he told everybody. They need to ask him how come he left his hat on for the national anthem. Now, he did take it off. He recognized it, but just barely after they got started. But he left it on for a few lines of the national anthem, so it was kind of funny. People were getting a kick out of that. But so we're still going through this here. Malden is coached by Josh Herring, and here in the first half, they will be going from right to left as you're watching here on YouTube. And folks, this is our last YouTube broadcast, telecast and broadcast, I guess you'd say, of the season. And I tell you what, it's to me, I think it's a pretty big deal, and I think you'll see a lot more schools start doing this. And I believe all the credit goes to Mr. Matt Morin here at Doniphan High School for getting all this going. Now we're getting ready for the starters. As I said, Malden coached by Josh Herring. They are 5-14 on the season. The Donettes are coached by Adam Epps, and his assistant coach is Rodney Honeycutt. And we will get the starters now. And I'm sure Coach Epps, almost always at senior night, no matter where you go, all the seniors start. So Kaylee Davis will probably, she's getting the start tonight. And I think right now, let's see, Emily Edier is the only one of it's not a senior starting, which they have four. The number 3, Mallory Perkins, a freshman. Number 4, Madison Mittag, a junior. Number 10, Ariane Ross. She's a junior. Number 21, Grace Thomas, is the only senior on the squad. Number 24, Madison Salisbury, a sophomore. It's going to take me a little time to get these names lined out here, folks, because I seen Malden play just a little bit, one game down at Twin Rivers, and you know I'm fairly good at being able to pick up the names pretty quick, but it might take a little while here tonight because I don't recognize any of these girls from last year. Well, Timberly Mashing comes out for the last time, as does Lexi Day. Emily Edier still got one more year to go, and it should be a big one for the Donettes next year. She has had a fine junior season. And Alexis Mandry, who missed most of the year with injury, got back 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she will start along with Kaylee Davis, the last senior for the Donettes. The Donettes will go from left to right here in the first half. And as I said, the Donettes going for win number 19 on the season against 7 losses. And it would really be nice to get 19 here tonight and have a chance on Saturday. Donettes play at 1:30, and as I said, weather permitting, as they're calling. I was actually supposed to go to my daughter's this weekend in Springfield, and I was going to drive back to do the game on Saturday, but my wife and I are probably going to cancel that trip just in case. We'll wait and see what the weatherman, well, not what the weatherman says, what the weather does. The Donettes control the tip. And Malden's going to start out, and they're going to be playing man-to-man, it looks like. Lexi Day's got it, dribbles into the paint. She's open from about 8 feet, no good. And the rebound comes down to Madison Salisbury. Goes a long pass up the floor to Perkins on the right wing. Lost a handle on it, gives it to Salisbury at the head of the key. Donettes also playing man-to-man. Salisbury over on the right side to Mittag. Goes to the baseline, in the corner to Perkins, back to Mittag, and she puts the Malden on top 2-0 with about a 15-foot jumper. So we're just underway here in Doniphan, Missouri. Kimberly Mashing over on the left side. They're playing a sagging man-to-man. Underneath, Mandry wide open, turns and misses the shot. That was a good look there, but she couldn't get it to go. And the rebound comes down to Perkins, throws it up the floor to Mittag, a little bit too tall. And it will go out of bounds, and it'll be the Donettes ball. 2-0 in favor of Malden. We've just played over a minute here in the first quarter. Down at Portageville the other night, the Donettes took them a long time to get going before they kind of opened it up and blew Portageville out, but they didn't really play all that well the whole game. Need to play a good one here tonight heading into the district Saturday. Mashing gives it in the corner to Day. Day dribbles into the paint, over to Mandry on the left elbow. Back out front to Davis, lobbed down low. And again, we had a wide open player down here. It was Edier this time, but Kaylee Davis threw it too high and it went out of bounds. So that is 2 turnovers on the Donettes. Well, actually the first time they missed shot. And they're gonna get a steal on the press. Day bounces down low to Edier and she puts it in. Edier deflected the ball and ended up getting 2 points on an assist from Lexi Day. Donettes set up in that press and Lexi Day gets a steal. Steps out in the corner, 3-pointer up and no good. Long rebound comes out and is picked up by Ross, and she heads to the other end all the way down, stops underneath the goal, and she traveled with it. And she couldn't get those feet set when she come to that jump stop. If the Donettes get a chance to set up that press, they will get lots of steals in this game, just like they did at Portageville the other night. They got to score to get the press set up. Backdoor pass to Mashing, she catches and lays it in. That play has worked a lot this year. Mashing coming off the screen and another, almost another steal, but Coach Herring calls a timeout before the ball's knocked away. And with 5:50 to go in the first quarter, it is 4-2 Donettes, and we got a timeout by Coach Herring. And it'll be Malden's basketball. And I think it's going to be at 30. They haven't figured it out yet, so they haven't even started on the clock. So we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back right after this message.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
After the timeout, Thomas will throw it in for Malden. Gets it into Perkins, and she lost it. Mandry ahead to Edier. She missed the layup. And Thomas with a rebound, and they've got a man back, and it is Mittag. She's going to take it in, put it up too hard off the glass, and it bounces all the way out to Thomas. Her jumper no good. Offensive rebound by Salisbury, and she goes up, and we got a foul on the Donettes. And the Donettes have missed a couple of easy ones right underneath the basket. That foul's going to be on Emily Edier. And that'll be the first one in the game on the Donettes. And it'll be 2 shots for Madison Salisbury. Malden has a very young team out there. They have a few juniors, only 1 senior. Their JV wasn't, well, they didn't play very well, I'll put it that way. Donettes kind of took care of them handling that JV game 39-8, 2 quarters. Salisbury makes the first free throw, makes the score 4-3 in favor of the Donettes. 5:32 left in the first quarter. Next one by Salisbury, it rims out. Mashing gets the rebound for the Donettes. One thing about Timberly Mashing, she can handle that ball pretty good. She can rebound and take it to the other end. Day into the lane. Her little runner's up and good. And another knock away by Edier, but it's picked up by Thomas. Gives it to Salisbury. Throws way up ahead, right underneath the basket. Shot up and no good by Perkins, but there to get the rebound is number 10. That is Ross. And the Donettes are a little slow getting back out of the press. And that pulls Malden back within 1 at 6-5. Mashing, they're trying that backdoor pass again. They throw it under there. Mashing makes a nice catch, and she lays it in. She's going to be fouled. Basket will count. The foul's going to be on Salisbury. I didn't think that Day was going to try to throw it, but she got it through there. And that's the second one of those backdoor cuts off of a screen. Mashing's got the bucket on, and this time she'll have a chance for a 3-point play. The free throw is good. A nice soft touch on that for Timberly Mashing. She's struggled a little bit from the free throw line this year. The ball knocked away again by Edier. Mashing's got it. Dribbles down, kicks it out to Day. Makes the 3-pointer, goes to the baseline. Cross-court pass, Mandry, open three-pointer up and good for Alexis Mandry. And it is 12-5, and we got a reaching foul in the back court. And if that's on Edier, that's her second foul. So she is playing on the front of the press. And she's got a couple of steals, but she's going to have to go to the bench with 2 fouls. And we have, Addie Jones coming in to replace Emily Edier. Edier was off to a good start, at least defensively. Donettes lead 12-5 with 4:33 left in the first half, and Malden almost throws it away. Salisbury gets it, and she loses it to Timberly Mashing. Mashing right up the center of the floor. Takes it down, out in the corner today. Fakes a shot, head of the key to Mandry. Now to Addie Jones, down low, Mashing, right block. Goes up off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound, throws it out. Kaylee Davis shoots a 3. It's off the left side. And Mittag with a rebound. Outlet pass to that's number 12 who checked in, Haley Rojas, down low to Gracie Thomas. And she puts it in. And Malden doing a pretty good job of running the floor. And when they break the press, they're going right to the goal. So the Donettes going to have to get back a little bit quicker when the ball gets past them in the press. Down low, Addie Jones catches, lays it up in the left hand. It's good. Good pass from Kaylee Davis. Lob over the top to Mittag. Addie Jones knocked it away for a minute. Mittag got it back. Dribbles to the baseline. Makes a wild pass, but it gets through to Shemaya Dobbins, who I didn't see check in, and she scores. I do remember her. She is a junior, but she is the only one that I remember. She did not get the start tonight, and it scores 14-9 in favor of the Donettes. And again, Addie Jones catches the same spot, and on the left hand lays it in again. So that's 2 separate plays. The Donettes have run the same one and got easy layups off of. Salisbury passes up ahead. Rojas takes it in, bounces down low to Dobbins, and she lost it out of bounds. And they're going to say it went off of Alexis Mandry. And we got substitutions coming in. We got Olivia Cruz, Jalen Dutton, Maddie Eddington, and Bailey Carson. And Ariane Ross comes back in for Malden. Donettes up 16-9, lob underneath, right underneath to Thomas, and she scores, and we got a foul. You know, that's something that even some of the bigger teams the Donettes have played have not pulled all year long. They just lobbed it right out in front of the basket, and Thomas puts it in, and she's going to have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. She is the lone senior on the team, and she looks like she's probably 5'10", 5'11", pretty tall girl. Puts the free throw up, and it's good. She gets the old-fashioned three-point play, and she has 5 points for Malden, and it's 16-12. We started out slow, but we've kind of ramped it up a little bit here. The score 16-12 now, still 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Dutton out front with it. Gives it to Cruz on the right side. Down underneath, Jones, and Thomas steps in, knocks it away, but Cruz is there to get it back for the Donettes. Throws it back out to Dutton. Baseline to Eddington. Eddington goes in, up and under, missed the shot. And the ball is saved in by Eddington. Oh, they're going to say she was out of bounds. It was kind of a delayed call by the official. She got a little too far under the basket and didn't get an angle to play it off the glass. Donettes set up in that press. Inbounds pass comes to Salisbury. Over to Thomas, lobs it up ahead. Rojas, and she has Ross on the other side. Ross lays it in. So when they break the press, they are taking it right to the basket. And the Donettes not used to that. So they're going to have to start getting back a little bit better. Carson gives it on the right side to Eddington. Bounces down low to Cruz. Puts it on the floor, puts it up in the left hand, missed it. And the rebound comes down to Ross, and it is knocked away. And picking it up is Rojas, and we're going to have a foul on Olivia Cruz. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Donettes. And as usual, I missed one somewhere. Bailey Carson and Olivia Cruz check out. We got Lexi Day and Timberly Mashing coming back in. But Malden with a chance to tie here. Salisbury dribbles right through the front of the press, bounces ahead to Mittag on the right side. Back to Salisbury, a little too high. And Lexi Day catches it, and then she is tied up by Ross. And it will be Malden's ball on that alternating possession rule. Salisbury will step out to throw it in under the Malden basket. Lobs it out front to Rojas. Picked up by Addie Jones. Crossover dribble into the paint. Kicks it back out to Salisbury on the wing. She's going to take it into the paint. Her little runner off the glass, no good. Jalen Dutton with a rebound. Looking up ahead, got Lexi Day. Day finally turns around, stops, pops a three-pointer. It's good. I didn't think she was ever going to turn around so Dutton could pass it to her. And a long pass down to Mittag, and she saves it in right to Ross, and Ross missed the easy one. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Malden. And Emily Eddier's coming back in with those 2 personal fouls. She comes in for Maddie Eddington. Well, Malden had a chance to tie it there a while ago, missed an easy one. And that was a long, long pass by Salisbury, and it just barely misconnected, and it would have been an easy basket. At least it would have been an easy shot. I don't know if they'd have made it or not. Day tied up, gets it over to Jones. Jones dribbles back to the center of the floor, gives it to Dutton on the right wing. Dutton, cross-court pass, and Mashing comes back and meets the pass, so that would have been a steal. Mashing drops it off to Eddier, jumper up and in. Nice teamwork there by the 2 big girls for the Donettes. And Rojas just dribbles right through the press. Kicks it out in the corner to Mittag. She lost it for a minute, got it back, gives it to Salisbury. And she throws it over in the corner, almost over the head of Ross. Ross picks it up, out in the corner, back to Mittag. And that was a double dribble. They didn't call it, or they did call it too. And we have number 3, Perkins, coming back in, along with number 1, Dobbins. And Rojas and Mittag will check out. Well, Coach Herring's used several players here already. He's used most of his kids on his bench already here in the first quarter. Got 20 seconds left. Donettes up 21-14. Addie Jones dribbles in, lobs it down low, too far, but it's going to be last touched. Oh, no. They said Eddier touched it last. It looked like that was out off of Malden. Maddie Eddington's coming back in, probably for Eddier, trying to protect her for those 2 fouls. 14.9 seconds to go. The Donettes with a 21-14 lead. And we're nearing the end of the first quarter. Inbounds pass to Salisbury. Lobs it up ahead. Perkins lost it. And well, it was right here in front of us. Lexi Day got knocked down. And I'm not sure who they're going to give the ball to. Coach Epps is wanting a foul. And they're going to give the ball to the Donettes, which I think it went out off of Day, but that might have been a makeup call because she got knocked down. But that looked like that went out off of Day. So 8 seconds to go. The Donettes bring it in. Day's going to get a screen. Dribbles down, stops at the head of the key. Shot up and good. It's a long 2 for Lexi Day. She has 7 points here in the first quarter. And a high-scoring first quarter for the Donettes compared to the norm. They lead at 23-14 over the Malden Lady Wave here at Doniphan. We'll be back in 1 minute. Stay with us here, and we'll have more high school basketball action for you.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the Missouri way of life. We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. For starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for building a life in Missouri and then going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you've built is protected, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Refinancing your home mortgage can be a really smart move. You can take advantage of a lower interest rate and have money left over for all the necessities. Talk to the refinance professionals at our credit union. They're the finest in refinance. We're an equal housing lender. Ozark Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA, now serving 6 counties. Online at ozarkfcu.com.
It'll be Donettes ball start the second quarter. They lead Malden 23-14. It's Dutton, Day, Eddier, Cruz, and Mashing. Donettes try that backdoor play again. Doesn't work, but Day comes off the screen, shoots a little floater, no good. And Olivia Cruz got the rebound, and she's falling, throws it up, no good. Salisbury right down the middle of the floor. I think she double dribbled, got away with it. And she missed a shot, put up offensive rebound, put up by Ross, and she missed it. Mashing heads back the other way. Edier again, the first one down the floor, catches the pass from Mashing, missed it, got it back and put it in. Well, I'll tell you what, Edier busts it to get down the floor every time, and Mashing's always looking for her. Inbounds pass to Perkins, it's going to be intercepted by Timberly Mashing, and she heads the other way, and it's knocked away from her, and it's picked up by Salisbury, and then she travels with it. And Coach Herring, I don't think, liked that call, and it was right there in front of him. And it'll be Donettes' ball. They lead 25-14. We're just underway in the second quarter. Cruz inbounds it to Dutton. Dutton dribbles over to the left side. It's Day in the corner. Dribbles into the paint, head of the key to Cruz, now back to Dutton. I think Coach Epps was wanting the ball to Mashing. She was posting up down low, and then she ends up getting a 3-second call. And I think Cruz is going to come out because she didn't even look down low to Mashing, as she had one of the Malden players on her hip and was really deep on the block there. Cruz checks out, and Addie Jones does replace her. Thomas is going to inbound it, gets it in to Rojas, and we're going to have a foul. No. And the Malden fans are wondering why, and I'm kind of wondering why that wasn't a foul too on Lexi Day. And it'll belong to the Donettes, say the officials. 7 minutes to go. Lexi Day, Malden still in a man-to-man, gives it to Edier. It's Mashing cutting through the lane. It went through her hands, but it's saved in by Jones, but it's picked up by Rojas. Rojas to the other end. Down low, trying to hit Thomas, and it's batted out of bounds by Emily Edier. And they say that Thomas touched it last. And I don't think she must not have touched it because she got a dumbfounded look on her face. So the Donettes get another break, maybe. Mashing back the other way. Out in the corner to Jones. Now to Dutton. Dutton's going to dribble to the center of the floor. Bounces on a baseline to Edier. Edier dribbles baseline around the defense. Puts it up, missed it. Offensive rebound underneath by Jalen Dutton. Now in there among the bigger girls, and Dutton got it to go, and now another steal. This one by Day. She knocked it right to Mashing. Mashing takes it down. Goes in, shot no good. Edier with the offensive rebound. Fakes the shot, now she puts it up. We're going to have a foul on Malden. It's going to be on number 3. That is Mallory Perkins. That is her. I have that for her first foul, second team foul. And Edier will shoot 2 for the Donettes, as we have Davis, Kaylee Davis, and Alexis Mandry getting ready to check back in for the Donettes. Edier's free throw is good. Boy, I'll tell you what. I just really like the way that Emily Edier's finishing out this season. Dutton checks out, Davis in, and Mandry waits on Edier to make this free throw so she can check in. 6:10 to go in the first half. Next one is good. That makes the score 29-14 Donettes. And Edier has 8 points now. And she has just here lately been a free throw shooting machine. Now the rest of the team hadn't been so good, but she's bringing the team percentage up by what she's shooting. And the ball knocked away again from Rojas. She saves it. Back to Thomas. Thomas throws up to midcourt to mid-tag. Cross court. Perkins. Perkins dribbles to the baseline. Now back out to Rojas. Over to Thomas. She's open. She's going to shoot it from about 8 feet. No good, and a good block out by Lexi Day. Brings it into the front court. Perkins trying to sneak up behind her, but Day sees her just in time. Gives it in the center of the floor to Mashing. Donettes set up the offense. Over to Jones on the left wing. Mandry in the corner. She's open. Three-pointer. High off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound by Kaylee Davis. Missed it. Got it back again, and she's fouled. And the Donettes are outworking the Malden Lady Wave on the boards. And Kaylee Davis will go to the free throw line. This one's going to be on Ariane Ross. And Kaylee Davis at the free throw line with 5:31 left in the first half, and her free throw is off the left side of the rim. Donettes looking for point number 30 already. They only scored 57 in the whole game the other night, and here we still got 5.5 minutes left in the first half, and they're pushing 30. And that one rims out and back in, so she gets 1 out of 2. Donettes set back up in the press. Perkins in the back court. Passes up the midcourt. It's deflected, but Rojas gets it. She's going to take it in. Nice bounce pass over to Thomas. She let it go through her legs. Now she turns and shoots it. No good. And a rebound by Alexis Mandry. And we're going to have a foul in the back court as Addie Jones got knocked down. Going to be on number 21, Gracie Thomas. That's her first, the fourth team foul on Malden. 30-14. I think that was one of those incidental contact deals. And Thomas, I think their feet got tangled up maybe. Day gets a screen, dribbles to the corner, back out to Mashing on the left wing. Fakes the shot, goes in, a little runner, no good. Battling for the rebound, the ball's loose, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be off of Kaylee Davis, I think. Yep. Donettes still crashing the offensive boards. They just didn't get that one. Madison Salisbury back in for Malden. And she replaces Gracie Thomas. So Salisbury will throw it in against the Donettes 2-2-1. Gets it into Perkins. Perkins lobs it over to Rojas. Rojas going to dribble it across. And she's going to take it in, put it up, and we got a foul. Going to be on Kaylee Davis. That's her first. And that'll be team foul number 5. And it'll be Haley Rojas going to the free throw line. She's a sophomore. And free throw a little long. Bailey Carson back in for the Donettes. And she'll replace Kaylee Davis. Four minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. Next one is no good, and Mandry gets the rebound. Out the pass to Addie Jones. Dribbles into the front court, hits Mashing, stops, going to shoot a three. It's up, and it's good. Kimberly Mashing hits a three-pointer. She's got 8, Day's got 7, Eddier's got 8, and a timeout call by Malden with 4:37 left in the first half. The Donettes leading 33-14. We will take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with more Donettes basketball.
You've heard it all before. We're number one. We're the best. We have the biggest rebates. Now is the time to skip the hype and come to Current River Ford in Doniphan. They're all about helping you find the perfect new Ford. Current River Ford services your vehicles after the sale. From the moment you drive in, you will receive the quality service you've been missing. With the selection at Current River Ford, you'll find the new vehicle you want. How about getting your next vehicle at a dealership that makes it all about you? Current River Ford, Highway 160 in Doniphan.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
Donettes lead at 33-14 over the Malden Lady Wave with 4:37 left in the first half. Donettes have had a pretty good first half. They could be even farther ahead than what they are. Malden inbounds it to Rojas. Gets it into the front court. She's double teamed, and the ball taken away by Jones. She's trying to beat Salisbury down, and Salisbury catches up and fouls her. And Jones can't get it to go, but she'll go to the free throw line. Addie Jones, 5'6" junior, steps to the free throw line. She has 4 points, a couple of left-handed, not necessarily layups, but shots on the left-handed side of the basket where she was cutting through off of screens, makes the first free throw. Gives the Donettes a 20-point lead. Next one up, it's short. And a rebound down by Ross of Malden. Dribbles up to half court, and Lee got it. She walked, but Donettes steal it anyway. And then Day's going to be fouled by Perkins. And look, Malden getting a little ragtag there. For a while, they were doing a pretty good job breaking the press, throwing it over the top of it, but the Donettes have shut that off here in the last little bit. And Olivia Cruz comes in for Addie Jones. Donettes have Mandry, Carson, Mashing, Day, and Cruz, and Day gets a screen, takes it down, layup up, no good. Mandry with the rebound, lays it in. Alexis Mandry here on senior night got 5 points. Rojas passes up ahead. Mid-tag, hits Ross underneath the basket, puts it up and won't go. Battle for the rebound, we got a jump ball. Cruz and Ross tie up, and it'll belong to Malden this time. I just mentioned that Malden had done a good job to start with. They'd done a good job that time, and Ross just missed a fairly easy shot right under the basket. But she did battle, get the tie up on the rebound to save them the possession. And Coach Herring's going to send Thomas and Dobbins back in, and Salisbury and Ross will check out. Dobbins will inbound it. Gets it into Rojas. Rojas dribbles back out front with it. Gives it to Perkins on the right wing. Now in the corner. Dobbins has it knocked away by Carson, but gets it back. Pass out front. Day knocks it into the back court. She's got a left-handed layup, and she lays it up and in. 38-14. Pass up over the top to Mittag. Goes off her hands. She saves it in the corner. And Day knocked it back into the back court, but they're going to say it was out of bounds down in the corner when Mittag was trying to save it. Jalen Dutton comes in for Lexi Day, who definitely needs a break. She's a little winded. And with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, Donettes up 38-14. Mashing's going to get a screen from Carson. Pick and roll, Carson with the layup, up off the glass and won't go, battling for the rebound. Mandry puts it up again, no good. And Carson battling for it, almost got it. Mittag gives it ahead to Perkins. Perkins into the front court. She's tied up, ball knocked away, gets it back, and the Donettes are everywhere on defense, and the ball knocked away again by Alexis Mandry, and it goes out of bounds off of the Donettes. But they are getting their hands on a lot of passes, coming up from behind off their man and knocking it away from another person. Inbounds pass. It's loose, but it's going to be picked up by Madison Mittag. Over on the left wing to Rojas. Now to Dobbins. Dobbins tries to dribble baseline. Carson cuts her off. Gives it in the lane to Mittag, and she is going to be tied up by Timberly Mashing. And this one will belong to the Donettes. Good defense by Mashing. Actually, good defense by all the Donettes. It was good defense by Bailey Carson on the baseline to keep Dobbins from dribbling baseline. She just took one little jab step, and she stopped her, so she came back out with it. A lot of times they'll go ahead and do that, and the defense will get the foul, but that was a good job by Bailey Carson. Mashing dribbles baseline all the way into the basket. It's going to shoot a reverse layup and missed it. And the outlet pass is stolen by, nope, almost stolen by Dutton. And dribbling it up is Perkins, and Dutton comes up from behind and steals it away. Now the ball's loose on the floor. Perkins has got it back. And we're finally going to have a foul called, I think, on Alexis Mandry as they were scrambling on the floor. That will be team foul number 6. And Kaylee Davis coming back in for the Donettes. And Madison Salisbury coming in from Malden. Bailey Carson will check out. Emily Eddy are coming back in also. Olivia Cruz and Maddie Eddington coming in. And Coach Epps running them in and out. She'll replace Jalen Dutton. It'll be Salisbury to throw it in underneath the Malden basket. Bounces in on the baseline. It's going to go out of bounds off of Malden. That ball was tipped, I think, by Mandry or Eddier. And Salisbury, who was throwing the ball inbounds, it ended up touching her while she was standing out of bounds. So another turnover on Malden. They've been stuck on 14 points, well, this whole quarter. They had 14 points at the end of the first quarter. They have not scored, and we've played nearly 6 minutes. The Donettes have ratcheted up the defense. Ball down low. Eddier turns, shoots at the bottom of the rim. And another tie ball this time between Davis and Salisbury, and it'll go back to Malden. We've had several held balls in this first half. But a lot of that is attributed to the hustle of the Donettes on defense and on the offensive boards. Thomas inbounds it to Rojas. Donettes still in that 2-2-1. Bounce pass stolen by Eddington. And as she put it on the floor to go to the basket, she dribbled it off her foot. Thomas inbounds it over to Mittag. In the middle of the floor, the pass behind Rojas, and then we're going to have a foul. We call that on Eddie here? Ooh. Wow, I thought she already had the ball stolen. That's going to be her third foul. But she'll go to the bench, and Lexi Day come. I don't know about that one because I thought she done had the ball just because Rojas fell. But Donettes got a 24-point lead, so you can't gripe too much. Dobbins comes back in along with Ross for Malden. Perkins checks out, and Salisbury. Both coaches substituting freely and liberally here in the first half. But Malden is still looking for their first point here in the second quarter. And we got 1:56 to go, so we played 6 minutes and 4 seconds. And Rojas finally gets it from the free throw line. That is her first point. Makes it 38-15 Donettes. Next one is in and out, ball tipped around, and it's going to go out of bounds. And it's last touch by Ross of the Lady Wave. Sometimes I say the Lady Green Wave on their program. It says Malden Lady Wave, but their boys team is the Green Wave. So just whichever one I say, I guess will be fine, folks. Lexi Day gives it to Eddington. Eddington gets around her man out in the corner. Mashing fakes the three, takes it in. Shot off the glass, no good. Ball tipped around out to Kaylee Davis. And she is going to be fouled by Madison Mittag. And that should be a 1-and-1 for Kaylee Davis. Kaylee 1 of 2 from the free throw line with 1 point. Minute and 32 seconds left in the first half. Davis's free throw, no good. Ball tipped around. Ross gets the rebound. She's going to come out of there with it. Comes into the front court. Takes it in front of the lane. Gives it out in the corner. Rojas thought about it. Bounces down low. Thomas is open. Puts it up and in. Thomas has got 7 points for Malden to lead them in scoring. 38-17. Donettes lead by 21. Mashing, looking in the middle, gets it to Eddington. Left-handed layup up, and it rimmed off. Ross with another rebound. Stops in the back court. Throws it up to Mittag. Mittag at the head of the key. Dribbles over to the right wing. Backs her way in. Throws it over on the left wing to Rojas. Now back to Ross at the head of the key. Back to Rojas. Takes it in. Her shot off the glass, no good. And Eddington's going to be called for going over the back. Malden 3 of 7 from the free throw line. That is first foul on Maddie Eddington. She checks out and Addie Jones comes back in. 43.5 seconds left. It'll be Gracie Thomas at the free throw line. 1-and-1. Her free throw is no good. And Mashing gets the rebound. And again, she brings it down herself. Takes it down to the baseline. Back to Day on the wing. Head of the key, Mandry open for 3. It's good. Lexus Mandry, 8 points tonight. 2 3-pointers and a 2. And Kaylee Davis knocks it away at midcourt. Addie Jones is going to take it down, and she's going to be fouled from behind. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for Addie Jones, and we'll see who the foul is on. It's going to be on Madison Mittag. That'll be her second. Salisbury comes in, and McKinley Walker, a freshman, her first appearance. Bailey Carson and Olivia Cruz and Jalen Dutton come in. And Kaylee Davis and Addie Jones will stay out there for the Donettes. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Addie Jones. Free throw is good. 6 points for Addie Jones. 42-17, 22.3 seconds left first half. Next one up, and it's good. Jones has got 7. Salisbury, ball knocked away in the back court, and Jones is going to get another left-handed layup. Thought the Donettes might have got away with a foul that time. Salisbury passes it over to Thomas, lobs it up ahead. Good catch by Ross. Goes down, lays it up, no good. Salisbury follows it up, and it's good. Salisbury scores right before the halftime buzzer. And the score, halftime score, Donettes 45 and the Malden Lady Green Wave 19. Boy, the Donettes have had two big quarters here, 23 points in the first quarter, 22 in the second, for a total of 45. And they held Malden to 5 points that quarter after scoring 14 in the first quarter. It is 45-19 at the half. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll run down the scoring for you. 26-point lead for the Donettes here in the final home game of the season, final regular season game before district play on Saturday. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hometown Pharmacy on LaRue Street in Doniphan, your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists are now providing vaccinations for flu, pneumonia, and shingles in the pharmacy. Flu shots are covered by Medicare with no co-payment and no appointment is necessary. Hometown Pharmacy now offers a wide variety of vitamins and supplements from Now Foods that help support and promote optimal health through good nutrition. Refills can be requested online or by using our mobile app. We now offer delivery of your prescription if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy. Come by or give us a call and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Hometown Pharmacy, proudly supporting the Dons and Donettes this season. Come experience the difference a Hometown Pharmacy makes.
If you're shopping for a new car, truck, or SUV, you need to make a stop at Countryside Chevrolet on Highway 160 in Doniphan. Countryside has one of the largest Chevrolet selections in the area, plus plenty of pre-owned vehicles that go through a 117-point inspection before they're warranted for 12 months or 12,000 miles. The goal at Countryside is to provide you the best deal on your next car, truck, or SUV. See them online at CountrysideChevrolet.com or call 1-800-63-CHEVY. Chevrolet, an American revolution.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for road trips. We're for covering as much ground as possible on 2, 4, or 18 wheels. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, pickup trucks, and dump trucks. We're for displaying Missouri plates like medals of pride. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck behind a tractor on a 2-lane highway. And if you're a Missouri driver, we have an auto policy for you.
I am Doug Green, the Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Okay, now we got the drawing for the $500 for project graduation. Here, let me go. Is Larry Joplin here tonight?
Welcome back, everybody. We're at halftime, and Mr. Larry Joplin has just won a $500 in a drawing here at halftime. And I'm not really sure that was fair. Didn't his daughter draw that out? Oh. All right, our halftime score is 45-19 in favor of the Donettes over the Malden Lady Green Wave. And as I figured up the scoring here, I was 2 points short on the Donettes side. So if you read the score in the paper tomorrow, at the end of the game, I'm probably going to have shorted somebody 2 points, but I don't know who to give it to, so we're just going to leave it as it is. And we'll give you the scoring for Malden first. They had 6 players score. Gracie Thomas, their lone senior, led them with 7. Ariane Ross, 4. Madison Salisbury, 3. Madison Mittag and Shemaiah Dobbins, 2. And Haley Rojas, 1. They were 3 of 8 from the free throw line. They don't have anybody with 3 fouls. They have 3 of their starters with 2. For the Donettes, first thing I got to talk about is ever since halftime on Tuesday night, the Donettes have shot lights out from the free throw line. I think they were 12 of 13 in the second half the other night at Portageville. Tonight they're 7 of 10. And I know Coach Adam Epps has got to be ecstatic about that because they have struggled so much from the free throw line. And hopefully they'll keep this up heading into the district tournament. But 7 of 10, that's 70% as a team. That is very good for a team free throw percentage. All right, the Donettes almost have 5 players in double figures already here at halftime as they have really shared the ball well The leading scorer is Lexi Day with 9 points. Emily Edier, Alexis Mandry, and Timberly Mashing all with 8 apiece. Addie Jones has 7, Jalen Dutton 2, and Kaylee Davis 1. And like I said, I missed a basket on somebody somewhere because that's only 43 points, but that'll have to be close enough. Donettes scored 23 points in the first quarter, 22 in the second quarter. Malden got 14 in the first quarter, but only scored 5 points in that second quarter. So Donettes really turned up the defense. Donettes JV won 39-8 in 2 quarters. I'm going to take a 1-minute break. That'll give me time to pull up the brackets for the district, and we'll be back after this to share that with you.
My truck and I work all day long, so the truck has to be tough. But I want my truck loan easygoing, and that's what I get at my credit union. Flexible terms, great rates. My truck loan works for me, just like my truck.
Ozark Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA, now serving 6 counties. Online at ozarkfcu.com.
You've heard it all before. We're number one. We're the best. We have the biggest rebates. Now is the time to skip the hype and come to Current River Ford in Doniphan. They're all about helping you find the perfect new Ford. Current River Ford services your vehicles after the sale. From the moment you drive in, you will receive the quality service you've been missing. With the selection at Current River Ford, you'll find the new vehicle you want. How about getting your next vehicle at a dealership that makes it all about you? Current River Ford, Highway 160 in Doniphan.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Keith Bowman back at the Bill Elwright Gymnasium. We're at halftime of the Donettes' final regular season game of the year, and they have a big lead over the Malden Lady Wave, 45-19. I've got the bracket pulled up here for the girls' part of the Class 3 District 2 tournament. Be played at Mountain Grove High School, and that begins on Saturday. And as I mentioned earlier, this is probably going to be weather permitting. Depends on what happens with the weather. I know they're calling for a little bit of ice and snow, freezing rain, so it's scheduled to start at 12 o'clock on Saturday. I'm going to go through the entire girls bracket here quickly. Licking, the number 1 seed, plays Clearwater, the number 8 seed, at 12 p.m. At 1:30, it'll be the Donettes and the number 4 seed against number 5 Houston. And that is at 1:30, and I'll be there to bring that game to you if I can all get there, if they have it. And at 3 o'clock, it'll be number 2 Liberty, that's Mountain View Liberty, against number 7 Mountain Grove. And at 4:30, it will be Willow Springs, the 3 seed, against East Carter, the number 6 seed. Now the semifinals for the girls will be on February 20th, which is Wednesday night. If the Donettes win, they will play the winner of Licking and Clearwater at 6 o'clock on Wednesday the 20th. Now let me get the boys bracket up here real quick. The Dons got the number 2 seed. Those games, well, the boys bracket will start on Monday, and they're only going to have 2 games a night. It'll be Licking against Clearwater, the number 1, number 8 game at 6 o'clock Monday. Willow Springs, the 4 seed, against Mountain View Liberty, the 5 seed, at 7:30. And then we'll be back up there on Tuesday at 6 o'clock for the Dons and the Houston Tigers. The Dons, the number 2 seed, Houston, number 7. The last game that night will be number 3 Mountain Grove and number 6 East Carter. The boys' semifinals will be on Thursday the 21st. All the 2 championship games will be on Saturday. They're going to skip Friday night for some reason or another. I don't know why, but they're skipping that. And the finals will be, I think the girls' game is, I didn't look, I think it's at 5 o'clock, and the boys' championship game is at 6:30 on the 23rd. So that's coming up starting Saturday with the girls' part of the Class 3 District 2 basketball tournament. And I don't know how in the world they got District 2. Number 1, the number 1 District 1 is down in the Boot Heel, and you got to go all the way almost to Springfield to get the number 2 district. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. We start the second half. Donettes lead Malden by 26, 45-19. On Tuesday night, the Donettes only scored 57 in the entire game, and they're only 12 points away from that right now. But this is going to be one of those games, hopefully, Donettes can get up big enough that Coach Epps can play some of that JV squad in this game. And he is awful good about if he gets a big lead, not really rubbing it in the other team's faces. I can't say that about some coaches on some teams, but he usually brings those kids in if he thinks he's got a safe lead and lets them play more than the last 30 seconds of a game. Donettes are going to start the seniors plus Emily Ettier, Mashing, Day, Kaylee Davis, and Alexis Mandry, the same five that started the game. Donettes have the first possession. Mashing, dribbles around her man to the baseline. Back to Day, fakes the three, dribbles into the lane. She's got a layup, and she lays it in. Lexi Day goes into double figures with 11 points. Donettes in the press. They throw over the top this time to Ross. Ross down low to mid-tag. She saves it before it goes out of bounds. Makes a nice move. Puts up the shot and missed it. And Ettier gets the rebound. And mid-tag will go over the back and foul her. And she is the first player for Malden with 3 fouls. She made a really nice move there on the baseline to get off about a 6-foot shot, but she couldn't make it. Just underway in the third quarter. Malden has played man-to-man the entire game. Lexi Day gets a screen, bounces to Ettier. Ball hit her in the leg. The pass didn't come up high enough to her. And Ross is going to bring it up for Malden. Throws it in the center of the floor to Salisbury. They leave her open at the head of the key. She's going to shoot a three, and it's good. Madison Salisbury had a long time to look at that one. Somebody forgot who they were guarding for the Donettes. That makes it 47-22. Lexi Day walks it into the front court. Passes right side to Ettier. Ettier looking for the cutter, nobody open. Gives it to Mandry in the corner. Back to Ettier. Over to Day. Down low, wide open Mandry, and she didn't look that one into her hands. It goes through her hands out of bounds. And again, they come off the screen wide open. Perkins checks out for Malden, and Haley Rojas comes back in. They've got mid-tag, Salisbury, Thomas, and Thomas throws a bad pass that's intercepted by Lexi Day. She's going to take it back out front and set it up for the Donettes. Dribbles right side, gets a screen from Mashing. They leave her open for a three. It hits off the front of the rim, and we're going to have a jump ball on the rebound. Another tie ball, and this one will belong to Malden. 6:25 left in the third quarter. And bounce pass to Mittag in the middle of the floor to Rojas. Rojas gets it into the front court. Now she's double teamed in the middle of the floor to Mittag. Down low, to Ross, and that went right through her hands and hit her in the face. And she is wearing glasses, and that looked like that maybe hit her right in the nose. That was really a nice idea there, but the pass was just super, super hard. And that hit her right in the face somewhere. I don't know if it got her in the nose or what, but it went out of bounds. And well, actually, it didn't go out of bounds. The Donettes got it on the turnover. And they're going to check on her and make sure she's all right. Well, the Donettes will inbound it. The ball didn't go out of bounds. The Donettes caught it off the deflection off of her face. And the official's done a good job there. Most of the time they won't blow the whistle, but with the score being as much difference it is, they went ahead and stopped it. Ettier's open from about 15, no good. And Davis and Mandry kind of knocked each other out of getting the ball there for the Donettes, and they go back to the other end. Salisbury has it knocked away by Ettier. Right to Lexi Day. Day brings it all the way up to the other end, and then Salisbury knocks it out of bounds. And we got a timeout called by Coach Epps with 5:48 left in the third quarter. And it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. And want to remind everybody, this is our last game on YouTube for the year. And hopefully we'll be back towards the end of August as school starts next year with football again. Of course, this year was the first year for Doniphan football. I believe it was in 39 years, I believe it was. And looking for bigger and better things for the Doniphan football team. And then once that gets here and gets over with, it's not long the basketball season starts again. This is senior night, and the Donettes honored Timberly Mashing, Lexi Day, Alexis Mandry, and Kaylee Davis tonight playing in their final home game. It'll be Donettes' ball. They have to scoot a couple of the chairs on the Donettes bench back for her to throw, Lexi Day to throw it in bounds. Got to get it in. Throws it into Mandry. Mandry hands it back to Day in the corner. Day's going to bring it back out front. Dribbles to the right side. Going to get a screen from Mashing. She goes the opposite way, though. Throws it up on the baseline, no good. And Salisbury, a nice rebound for Malden. Heads back the other way. And Edier comes up behind again and knocks it away. And Edier playing like a guard on defense out there. Coach Epps has got her on the front of that 2-2-1. She's the tallest girl on the floor for the Donettes. But then she hustles down and knocks that ball away. Mandry and Davis check out. Jones and Cruz come back in. And it will be Salisbury to throw it in for Malden. Lobs it to Mittag. And she took off where she put it on the floor. And now they're going to call a foul. She almost caught that as took off as she caught it. They're going to call a foul on Olivia Cruz. That is her third foul. That's the one I missed in the first half. Emily Edier has 3 fouls as well. Malden was 3 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half. First trip there in the third quarter. Mittag misses it short. 47-22. Donettes have only scored 2 points this quarter. And Malden has a 3-pointer from Madison Salisbury. I kind of thought after halftime the scoring might slow down a little bit. Second one good. That is Mittag's third point. Ashing dribbles up the head of the key. They leave her open. She thought about taking it. Gives it to Cruz on the left wing. Now the baseline to Edier. Inside ball knocked away, but it goes out to Mashing out front. In the corner, Jones. She's open. 3-pointer, good. Addie Jones now has 12 points. And Mittag throws a cross-court pass to Rojas. Head of the key, Salisbury. Fakes the shot. And we're going to have a block and foul on Edier, and that's going to be her 4th. And Maddie Eddington's going to come in to replace Edier. Well, she goes out with 4:56 left in the third quarter with 4 fouls. Inbounds pass to Rojas. Nice drive to the basket. Off the glass a little too hard. Salisbury with a rebound. She puts it up too hard. And Maddie Eddington clears the boards for the Donettes. Gives it to Mashing. Mashing straight up the gut. Out to Day. 3-pointer up and bingo. Alexi Day, another 3-pointer. She's got 14. That is her second 3-pointer. And Mittag tries to get into the front court. Almost walked. Does get into the front court to Rojas. Her pass batted away and stolen by Day. Nice anticipation by Lexi Day. She's been doing that the whole game. In the corner, Olivia Cruz, she's open for 3. No good. Maddie Eddington battling for the rebound, and she's going to be tied up by Mittag. And this will belong to the Donettes. Donettes up by 30 now, 53-23. As we have Mallory Perkins and Ariel Ross coming back in. Mittag comes out, and Gracie Thomas comes out. Lexi Day will inbound it. Got to get it in. Gets it into Mashing underneath, and she muscles it up and in over Salisbury. Gets it to go. And there's going to be a foul on Salisbury as well. That'll be the third one on Salisbury. Now Mashing in double figures with 10. So the Donettes have 3 players in double figures, and Emily Edier and Alexis Mandry are close with 8 points apiece. Edier will probably be out for a while with those 4 fouls. Mashing's free throw is good. So she has 11 points now. Ross is tied up. Gets it to Perkins. Perkins is going to take it down all the way to the goal, and charge. I thought he was going to call a blocking foul, and Lexi Day draws the charge on Mallory Perkins. He kind of faked me out there, and that's going to be the 4th one on Perkins now. And we have McKinley Walker coming in for Perkins. That's where I think they need to have that semicircle underneath the basket like they do in college and the pros, because That was a good job by Lexi Day, but she was way down under the basket. I don't think they ought to be able to draw a charge that far into the basket. Addie Jones, and she's going to be fouled. Number 12, Haley Rojas. That is foul number 1 on her. Team foul number 4 in this third quarter. 3:51 left. Lexi Day, and Mashing comes off a screen, and she's wide open, but she missed it. And then she got the inside position and a foul on Salisbury, and that's going to be her 4th. So Thomas will come right back into the game. Well, that was, if there's anything such a good thing as a good miss, that was it, because that made the 4th foul on Salisbury. If she would have made it, Salisbury wouldn't have picked up the 4th foul. Mittag's coming back in, and McKinley Walker checks out. Mashing to inbound it. Gets it into Lexi Day. She's going to bring it back out. Gives it to Jones. Jones at the free throw line, backs it out head of the key. Gives it to Olivia Cruz, and Cruz going to give it back to Jones, and they reset. Mashing will come and get the ball. Steps up to the head of the key, fakes the three-pointer. Picked up by Thomas, gives it to Day. Day looking for Mashing on the back cut there, and she wasn't open that time. So Day dribbles in, ball knocked away from her, gets it back, gives it to Mashing. Going to shoot a 3 from the right side, and it's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. Got a little too ambitious on that one. 56-23 Donettes, 3:18 left in the third quarter. And Day almost got another steal. Ross gives it to Rojas, throws it down low, picked off by Jones. She got Cruz on the right, gives it to Cruz. Cruz goes down, lays it up, missed it. They run the fast break perfectly, but missed the shot. Now Malden's got a 2-on-1. Dobbins goes down, and we're going to have a blocking foul this time on Lexi Day. And Dobbins will get to shoot a couple of free throws. That is the first foul on Lexi Day. Third team foul on the Donettes. 2 shots coming for Shemaya Dobbins. She has 2 points. Jalen Dutton gets up to come into the game. Dobbins misses the free throw. Lexi Day checks out. Maddie Eddington also coming in. .257 left in the third quarter. It's 56-23 Donettes. One more free throw for Shemaya Dobbins. Lefty puts it up, and it's no good. Nice inside position by Ross. She missed the follow-up. Maddie Eddington gets the defensive rebound. Mashing will bring it into the front court. He picked up by Ross. I think Ross and Thomas were mixed up on who they were guarding there, but they got it figured out now. Lob underneath, Mashing with a nice catch. She's under the basket too far. She's going to have to go up with it, and she does. No good. And a rebound to Thomas. Outlet pass to Rojas. Throws it ahead and knocked out of bounds by Olivia Cruz. Malden's trying to run. They are wanting to get up there and try to get some layups, and they got a few in the first quarter, but since then they've been hard to come by. Mittag slaps the ball, and the players move around. Bounces it into Ross. Ross is going to take it back out front. Left side to Dobbins. Dobbins bounces to Thomas. Thomas goes up, missed the shot. Offensive rebound by Mittag, no good. And Eddington with the rebound, and she's going to be fouled by Mittag. That is 3 on Mittag. So their fouls are starting to pile up. They have Perkins with 4, Salisbury with 4, and Mittag now has 3. After that, they don't have anybody with any more than 1, but that is 3 of their starters. Jalen Dutton will run the point for the Donettes with 2:05 to go in the third quarter. Dribbles to the left wing. Down low, Mashing wide open, puts it up with the left hand as Thomas come over to defend. Nice job. Eddington gets the offensive rebound. Back down low to Mashing, takes it in, turns to the baseline, put it up and missed it again. And Ross with the rebound. Boy, that's a nice move. As Mashing comes up from behind, knocks it out of bounds. The Donettes have missed some easy ones here in the third quarter. They have 11 points this quarter to only 4 for Malden, but it has seemed like that Malden has played better this quarter and it may just be that the Donettes have not played as well. Malden gets it inbounds to Rojas. Gives it to Dobbins. Goes down. Her shot up, no good. Thomas with the offensive rebound. Her follow-up, no good. Mashing rebounds for the Donettes. Brings it up. Left wing, Dutton. She's wide open. They leave her open. A little short. And she goes in for the rebound. I think she touched it last. It went out of bounds, and she is holding her face. I don't know. She may have run into one of the cheerleaders. Mandry coming in for Mashing, and Day coming in for Dutton. And also Kaylee Davis coming in. And she is coming in for Olivia Cruz. Dutton a little woozy there. She comes to the bench. Dobbins got 3 people on the back court, and she tries to throw it up into the front court to Rojas. And if she would have got it to her, they'd had a 4-on-2, but she overshot her. It goes out of bounds. (56-23) Donettes. 1:18 to go in the third quarter. We might have a fast fourth quarter for you tonight, folks. I remember on Tuesday night, Donettes should have been up by 30 way before they were, and ended up having a little bit of running clock in the fourth quarter, but not very much. We might have a little more tonight. Inbounds pass comes to Lexi Day. It was left side, gives it to Mandry in the corner. Back to Day. Out front to Eddington. Eddington puts it on the floor, backs up a little bit. Dribbles to the right side. And her pass is intercepted by Rojas. Rojas comes up the left side. Going to take it all the way, and she's going to be fouled by Addie Jones. That is going to be team foul number 4 on the Donettes, and I have that for Jones's first personal foul. That'll send Rojas to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2 with 50 seconds left in the third quarter. And she knocks the first one down. That's the second point for Rojas in the game. Next one is no good. It's a little short. Mandry rebounds for the Donettes. Gives it to Eddington. Eddington, left corner to Day. Day throws it over on the right side. Skip pass down low. Davis turns, shoots, missed it. Goes out of bounds, and they're going to say Eddington touched it last. I don't think Kaylee Davis realized she was that open. And the Donettes get another steal. Oh, my goodness. Official way back in the back court called a foul on Addie Jones. Way down there. Maybe he had a better look at it. Jalen Dutton back in. Addie Jones will check out. Donettes are going to back up, pull the press off now. And they're going to play straight up man-to-man. Rojas bounces it to Dobbins. She's going to shoot from the left wing. It's an air ball. Kaylee Davis gets the rebound. Passes up ahead to Dutton on the run. Dutton dribbles to the corner, and she lost it. She was getting ready to pass it, and it just didn't come back up in her hand when she was looking to see who she was going to pass it to. (56-24). Donettes up by 32. Rojas with a little head fake, gives it to Dobbins. Dribbles to the baseline. Nice defense there by Dutton, cut her off. Gives it back to Mittag. Dribbles into the paint, tries to bounce it to Thomas, and she can't handle the pass. And the Donettes will have it with 6.6 seconds to go. And I'm not sure how much she knows how much time left. Pass comes inbounds today. Up ahead, Eddington, three-pointer in the corner, off a little bit short. And that is the end of the third quarter, and the Donettes lead the Malden Lady Wave 56-24. But we will have a running clock to at least to start with in this fourth quarter when we come back in 1 minute.
The phone booth is your one stop for all your cell phone needs. The phone booth now offers Total Wireless, where you can get unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigs of data for only $35 a month. Need to add more phones to your account? Not a problem. Family plans are also available. You can manage your account in person or online at tpbooth.com. Come see the phone booth next to Subway in Doniphan for all your cell phone needs.
Born to be wild? Well, don't let higher fuel prices put a damper on your fun. Get to Countryside Chevrolet in Doniphan today for a more fuel-efficient vehicle and let your wild side ride. Countryside has new vehicles that get more than 30 miles per gallon. Find out about flex fuel technology and check their great lineup of program and late model pre-owned vehicles. Ripley County's largest Chevrolet dealer is Countryside Chevrolet in the Hillcrest Plaza, Doniphan. Chevrolet, an American revolution.
One more quarter to play in the regular season for the Donettes. They have a 32-point lead over the Malden Lady Wave. It will be Malden's basketball. Donettes send out the 5 that started the game: Kaylee Davis, Alexis Mandry, Emily Edier, Lexi Day, and Timberly Mashing. And that is 4 seniors that the Donettes have, plus Emily Edier. And at some point in this fourth quarter, Coach Epps will probably start taking them out to where they can, crowd can give them a ovation, playing their final game here at Doniphan. Salisbury gets a screen, goes in, puts a shot up, good, and she's fouled. And she come off a screen there, a nice little move to start the quarter. And the foul is on, I'm not sure who they called that on. No, it's on Mandry. Took him a little while to get it up there. Salisbury misses the free throw, and the rebound is by Timberly Mashing. So the lead is 30 points right now, 56-26. Pass to Edier, gets her man in the air, kicks it back out to Mashing, takes it into the lane. She's got a little runner going on, no good. Had the rebound and then had it stripped out of her hands. And they're going to say it's going to stay with the Donettes. Outside official come in and said that Malden tipped it last. Lexi Day will throw it in over in that corner. That's a hard place to throw it in bounds from. Gets it into Edier on the block, though, and she turns, gets her man in the air, and scores. And Edier in double figures with 10 now, and that is the 4th player. If they can get Alexis Mandry 2 more points, she'll be in. That'll be 5 players, and she's going to pick up another foul. That's 2 of them quickly in this quarter on Mandry. And Malden is not helping herself out from the free throw line any. 2-4. They're 2 of 7 in this half, and they are 5 of 15 for the game. It is Perkins at the line, and she gets this one to go after it bounces around a few times and falls through. And that is her first point in the game. Clock running with 6:05 to go. Second one good. And the lead is 30 again at 58-28. Lexi Day takes it, gives it in the corner to Mandry. Back to Day, down low to Edier, and Thomas probably got away with a foul there. Salisbury ahead to Ross, goes down, jump stop, shot up and good. That's 6 points, and the lead back under 30 at 58-30. I don't think they put that up on the board, I don't believe. Mashing with the ball on the left wing. It still says 58-28, but maybe we had a 32-point lead. I wouldn't. Mashing takes it down in the lane. We get a foul. Number 10, Ross, that's her second. Well, they still got 30 up on the board, so we'll leave it at that. As Timberly Mashing shoots 2 free throws, and the first one is good. Dobbins back in for Ross. And Mashing has 12 points. One more free throw, and it's up and good. 60-28 is what the board has. We'll just leave it at that for now. Salisbury passes over to Mittag. He dribbles in, kicks it out in the corner. Dobbins open for a 3-pointer, overshoots the goal, and Lexi Day gets the rebound and tries to get it over to Mashing. And the ball not tipped, as they say it's going to go out off the Donettes. I believe Day could have reversed pivot and come up this side of the floor probably and got out of that double team, but Malden will have the ball under their own basket. Clock running. Now they got 30 on the board. It's still a 30-point lead with that last 2 free throws by Mashing. 4:15 to go. Inbounds pass out to Thomas, and she can't save it. If she did save it, I thought the official was throwing up his hands for out of bounds. He was trying to get out of the way. Lexi Day, three-pointer up in the left wing, no good. Long rebound. Mandry's going to get it in the corner. Gives it to Mashing. Out in the corner, Kaylee Davis, three-pointer up for Davis. It's short. And they have a collision between Mittag and Davis going for the ball, and Mittag's down on the floor. And the foul's going to be on Kaylee Davis. They were both going for that ball, and Mittag went down pretty hard, but she, I think they may have banged knees. I don't know. And they stop the clock with 3:36 to go. And the score is 60-30. It's amazing how quiet the gym gets when something happens like this. She's okay. She may have a little knee injury or ankle injury there or something, but she is up, so that's the main thing.
Last thing you wanted to get.
Oh yeah, especially the last game of the regular season game of the year. And so Madison Mittag gets up and looks like she may even stay in the game. And she's going to be shooting free throws. Donettes over the limit. No, maybe they're going to take her out. And she is going to check out, and they're going to send in Haley Rojas to shoot the 1-and-1. And they've got the clock stopped, but they should start it back up. It's a 30-point lead. Now, if she makes the first one, then it shouldn't be running. They should stop it, and we'll see if she makes the first. Well, they're going to have the right person shoot. Salisbury shoots it, and she makes it. And now they stop the clock. That's what they're supposed to do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They're 5 of 10 this half from the free throw line. Yeah, that was Mittag that got fouled. And Rojas come in for her, so she should have been the one shooting, and she misses the free throw, and the ball tipped away from Edier. And then Edier's tied up by Salisbury. And it will be Malden's basketball. So the clock stops running here. It's a 29-point lead for the Donettes, 60-31. Edier will check out. Three minutes and 23 seconds left. Well, he's telling them to run the clock. One of the officials is telling him to run the clock, but it's only a 29-point lead. Now he shakes it off. Salisbury lobs it in. And a nice save by Rojas over on the sideline. Gives it over to Perkins. Perkins dribbles in. She was wide open, didn't take the three-pointer. Now to Salisbury. And they're going to call her for an offensive foul, and that is going to be her 5th one, I believe. And that's a good call. I know they may not like that, but she lowered that, pushed off with the shoulder. Even Coach Herring telling her she did. And coming back in will be Ross. And she will foul out. Salisbury will foul out with 9 points in the game. Three minutes and 8 seconds left in the game as Mashing brings it into the front court. Gives it to Lexi Day. They're trying to run that back screen, and Mashing is wide open, and this time she makes it, doesn't miss it. They've missed a couple of those right underneath. And the lead is back to 31, 62-31. Donettes have them doubled up right now. Perkins gives it to Dobbins, and they're going to call Perkins with a travel. And the clock running now at 2:35. And Kaylee Davis will throw it in. And I got a feeling here before too long, Coach Epps is going to bring in some of those JV kids and take all of his seniors out, which he has all 4 seniors on the floor right now. Mashing loses it, but she runs it back down in the corner. Out to Day. Wide open three-pointer, short. Ball tipped out. Rojas has got it. She's one-on-one with Lexi Day. And she runs over it. And another charge. Lexi Day draws another one. And boy, she anticipated that one perfectly. A couple of the Malden fans don't like it, but that looked like that was a good call. As long as they're standing still and they hit them, they're usually going to call a charge, and that looked like a charge to me. And that one was a little bit farther out in front of the basket. .135 to go. Donettes going to get win number 19, and they'll be looking for win number 20 in that first game in the district. Eddington fakes the three-pointer, takes it in, little runner up and a little too hard. And Ross with the rebound for Malden. Passes up ahead to Rojas. Dribbles to the corner, gives it back to Ross. Ross dribbled it really high, but she kept her hand on top of it, and a jumper no good. But Thomas with the rebound, she puts it in. And basket's going to count, and the foul is going to be on Timberly Mashing. I tell you what, I think if they got this Thomas girl the ball a little bit more, she could have probably done pretty well. And Eddier comes back in for Eddington. And Thomas has 9 points. She and Salisbury are leading them with 9 points apiece. Thomas with a chance to get into double figures, and she makes the free throw to get there. And 1:05 to go, 62-34 Donettes. Mashing passes at left wing. Coach Epps is getting out a nice backdoor pass coming off the screen again is Mashing to get an easy bucket. And Coach Epps calls the timeout to get the girls in, and all the seniors checking out. And we have Addie Jones, Olivia Cruz, Jalen Dutton, and Bailey Carson coming in. And Emily Eddier will stay on the floor. 47 seconds to go, and the crowd acknowledged their appreciation for the Donettes seniors here on senior night and their last game here in the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium. Donettes back up by 30, so that clock's running. We're down to 30 seconds to go, and it is 64-34. Well, the Donettes are going to go into the district tournament on a 2-game winning streak. Thomas's jumper from the baseline is good. And she has 12. And with 17 seconds to go, Donettes should be able to run it out here. Hopefully Malden won't foul. 10 seconds to go as Jalen Dutton's got it dribbling over on the other side. Dribbles it back out to midcourt, and that's going to do it, folks. Donettes go to 19-7 as they win their last game of the season here at Bill L. Wright. And a good way to send the seniors out. 64-36 is our final score. 19-7 in the regular season for the Donettes. They had a 5th place finish at the Twin Rivers Christmas Tournament and had a 2nd place finish in the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament. And they had, I guess, what did they win? That won the consolation championship at the Lady Dog Classic in Van Buren. So they placed in every tournament they played in this year and finished 19-7. We're just going to go to run over the scoring here and wrap things up. For the Malden Lady Wave, who finished the season 5-15 heading into their district. Dobbins 2, Perkins 2, Mittag 3, Ross with 6, Rojas with 2, Thomas with 12, Salisbury with 9, and they were 5 of 12 from the free throw line in the second half and 8 of 20 for the game. Talk about the free throw line, the Donettes were 10 of 13 again tonight from the free throw line, so that's a good way to be heading into the district tournament, folks. Jalen Dutton with 2. Donettes, I believe, had 4 players in double figures, and Addie Jones was one of them with 12. Timberly Mashing in her last game finished with 17. Lexi Day in her last game finished with 14. Then we go down, Emily Eddier had 10. Alexis Mandry in her last game scored 8. And Kaylee Davis in her last game scored 1. And I missed 2 points somewhere along the line for somebody. But the Donettes win at 64-36, and we'll be with you Saturday afternoon, weather permitting, around 1:30. There's only one game before it, so we should be on pretty close to that time. as the Donettes will play the Houston Lady Tigers in the first round of the district tournament from Mountain Grove, Missouri. And that game will be on KYEC 88.3 FM. I want to thank all you folks for watching us on YouTube all season long, and we'll hope to do it again next year. Once again, our final score, Donettes 64, Malden 36. And that was going to do it for us tonight. We will see you later.